Rodents. Rats, deer mice, common house mice. Why are these little critters potentially dangerous when they invade our living space? Today I'm going to take some time and I'm going to discuss three things. Hantavirus statistics in the state of New Mexico, hantavirus reservoirs, and mode of transmission to humans. Rodent-proofing your living space to prevent infection. Now, being a wife of a wildlife service technician for 15 years, I've been introduced to many dangers that wildlife can potentially have on humans. Today I've chosen to focus my attention specifically on hantavirus due to the previous events in my local community. There are 3 states that I found on the Center for Disease Control website that have had a high amount of exposures to hantavirus. One is Arizona with 77 confirmed exposed cases, Colorado with 104 confirmed exposed cases, New Mexico with 109 confirmed exposed cases. This is as of September of 2017 per the Center for Disease Control website that I mentioned earlier. Now, hantavirus cases by county in 2017 for the New Mexico Department of Health are 1 case in San Juan County, 3 cases in McKinley County, and 1 case in Lincoln County. The characteristics of the New Mexico residents that were affected by the hantavirus from year 1975 to year 2017 were 51% male and 49% female. 62% Native American, 36% white, 18% Hispanic, and 1% black. So you can see that none of us are exempt from being infected with hantavirus. This was also taken from the New Mexico Department of Health website. So there are 3 regular news articles available on the New Mexico Department of Health website that are updated regularly that will provide you additional and current fatalities and infections available if you're interested in looking up the information. Now, reservoirs of hantavirus are identified in wild rats and mice. The deer mouse is the most common in the state of New Mexico, but it is best to consider that all wild rats and mice are infected. The mode of transmission to humans is by 3 ways: rodents' droppings, rodents' urine, and rodents' saliva. Sometimes you'll have old feces lying around the house from an old infestation that you didn't realize, and you can be infected through inhalation of these old feces. Inhalation is the most common way of being infected by hantavirus. The virus can also be transmitted through an infected rodent that you may come in contact with, whether it's dead or alive, along with their droppings and their nests. So if you have a nest in your house that you're trying to clear out, you have the potential infestation of hantavirus in that nest while you're removing it. And also keep in mind, if you're getting rid of mice in your house, you also use traps sometimes, and when you're disposing of the traps of the dead mice, you want to use precaution by wearing gloves so that you don't get transmitted with hantavirus. So you ask, what can I do to prevent infection in myself and my family? Common strategy is to rodent-proof your house. So I've come up with some ways that you can rodent-proof your house by looking at the entrances that may be hidden in your house that they come in contact with. Some of those areas are the roof vents, openings in roof tiles, gaps under the garage door, gaps in and around your external doors, gaps around chimney, cables that enter your home through a vent, gaps and cracks around the windows. There are more suggestions and more detailed information provided on the National Park Service Rodent Exclusion Manual, which is provided on their website. It's available for you to access. Once the gaps in the entrances have been identified, you want to close them promptly. Prevent entrance of rodents, and if there is an infestation found, you can do 2 things. You can contact a professional to come in and remove the infestation and close up the gaps, or you can attempt cleaning it yourself using extreme precaution. Some key points when you're cleaning yourself: Before you enter the rodent-infested area, ventilate by opening your doors and windows. Avoid stirring up or breathing in the infested area, and use a respirator. Moist with 10% bleach solution. Brooms and vacuums are not recommended to clean, and use rubber gloves and always sanitize those afterwards. So I hope that this presentation provided an updated information on the statistics in the state of New Mexico, where hantavirus comes from, and steps that you can take to protect you and your family. Cleaning can be daunting, but it is worth it because hantavirus can be fatal and have lifelong effects left over. Now take into consideration your pets, especially cats who often hunt, sleep, and hide in these rodent-infested areas. You may want to take precaution with having your pet sleep with you at night. Thank you.